Hey, this is Molly Golden. I'm the president and founder of Go Mom Inc. I'm so glad that you stopped by today. This is installment number 4 in my photo organization series. Hopefully you've been following me on my journey to making my parents their 50th wedding anniversary photo book. It's an online photo book that I can't wait to finish up. And in this step, this is where I am deciding what photos I'm actually going to use. That's a pretty daunting task when you consider that I've got a box full of so many things, both of my parents' lives, of my siblings' lives, of my life in this box. And the way that we determined what was going to go in the photo book was, as a group with my 3 siblings, we all agreed on some basic categories so that it would make sense that we were showing certain major milestones in my parents' lives as a couple, as parents, as individuals, and that we wouldn't leave anybody out. So how do I make sure that I sit down at my laptop, that I scan in all the photos, and then when I make it, I have included everyone, kids, grandkids, my parents, their siblings, whoever it is that I wanted to include, their parents. Well, I came up with a filing system. Not that I expect to be able to necessarily close these, but what we did is, as a group, we decided we wanted to cover my parents as they grow up. So we put things like which house they grew up in, and I want to make sure to try and get pictures of that, as well as pictures of their siblings. Here is just a general file called My Mom and Dad, their vacations they may have gone on, celebrations, neighbors, other friends, things that might not necessarily involve us kids. In the other folder, I wanted to make sure to get a picture of every house that we lived in as a family in all the states that they lived in. And in Ohio, there's more than a few towns. Back here, you'll see that this is where I have siblings growing up and where I make sure that I'm covering my bases with myself and all my siblings. Same thing here with all of our weddings, including 1 grandchild. Same thing with all of our graduations. Now notice here, we've got preschool graduations, kindergarten graduations. Not everybody necessarily had those, but if they had them, including my parents, it would be great to include. High school, undergraduate, and graduate, depending on the person. And this runs the gamut from my parents, us kids, all the way through to our kids. Same thing for birth and graduation. Birth and grandkids, our births and the births of our grandchildren. I just want to make sure all of that is covered. So this file folder system that has the heading of the category photo that I'm looking for, and then it has the individuals that I need to make sure to include, is going to be the ace in my back pocket to make sure that when I sit down and start scanning photos in, I know that right here, I've got those graduation pictures that I was looking for right over here. My mom's graduation, another graduation, my sister's graduation. That's my sister with her husband and my parents. The goal is to make sure to have as many pictures of my parents with us kids or our kids or each other as possible. So this is step 4. I hope that this process of laying out folders, identifying your categories, and then making a checklist for each person that you want to make sure is included in that category will help you as you perhaps make a memory photo book for someone that you cherish this holiday season. I'll be back with step 5 in just a little while. It's going to take me a few weeks before I get that photo book back, but I can't wait to show you the finished result. Thanks for joining me on my journey to my parents' 50th wedding anniversary photo book.